What's happened? I can't see the gate.
Ah, Clyde.
That is good.
Yes, but I still have... You couldn't do me a...
What is it that...
Nothing like... I just need you to find out it...
All right.
Thanks,
Don't blame... I know, no but...
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to the talks with the I've reached and the prices have... But the
And you had no...
None at all.
Elle? I saw...
And with good...
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not... This isn't over. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone?
Are you off? How kind. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me. Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after. She means to stay.
You have to...
You're right. And if Elle's off fighting for... So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and...
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar, then. And better. I'll keep Eloise waiting.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
I hope I did you arranged it.
Here they are.
You wished to consult.
I did. We had all but finished.
You misunderstood. It was only our regard, and so we
I did not hesitate, but what is done is done.
Alas, we rarely take the bearers.
Who is your...
A trade, a most demand. He insisted the bearers be fed. That's what you...
I wouldn't know.
Oh, yes, they pay good money for...
That does sound... No matter then. And with it...
My assist...
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No, but I was a fool.
You tried.
I did. But they deserve... I wanted so...
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village, a pack of beasts have cut Theo and they need help.
Theo!
I'll go on it.
Thank you. I'll gather...
Hold on, Theo. Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to... We just have to...
I can do that. Where are you, Theo? Come on. Faster! Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! And so will you! Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now, because
It wasn't. He was where...
to live.
What exactly you once told?
We grew up in Canva, and I had my late blue, for unlike most, my parents that before they could.
Theo told me he clearly, but he said he just as you.
I would be loved how much ease and devoted. But I have being with my own yet. He was never a bird, if anything.
You weren't. That he had always been grateful to you, and that he wanted to rip neither you nor Theo what you did, and you always.
You're right. It was so wealthy. I know Theo wanting. We can make a difference here. I need nothing, so I'll carry bringing smiles to and to Theo. This is the.
I've made it to continue.
Thank you. Let's go.
Lord Rosfield.
Perhaps. Have you learned it?
Little.
I see.
Be assured, even now...
Fallen ruins, I take it.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls, as if protecting.
Secrets.
Should, mayhap it would...
Would that be...
Of course. Perchance you are I was due to... If you...
All right.
They will... Might I suggest it will lead...
Thank you.
I wish you...
Let's go. All right. This won't be easy. This might take a while. Come on. Run like the wind. Straight home now. Oh no. You'll pay for this. Living. You'll be survivors. Thing is, say it's their leader. All yours, Gorgo! Now, Gorgo! Get him! Enough. Should have stayed. These must be...
You have a...
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, I did not recognize. We are archaeologians. Thanks to them.
You call your brother? Surely this...
We are charged with uncovering a duty of...
And you think you're dead?
I know they would. Now.
Cyril told me of your...
I see. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Ah,
Yeah.
my thanks. I shall study them.
Cyril, losses which could have been avoided. Were these your...
No. Every undying devote...
Even when...
My lord, the undying, we live to serve the...
Cyril, but allow me to... It does not further the cause. Provide your survey party. Think not only of how you can serve, please.
I thank you, if you will permit me to respond. And we of the undying, as first shield to the Phoenix.
I do.
Then we are of the...
I just wanted to see how...
Absent all is and for just.
Are you alone? They're going to make him.
It's the... But if the Speaking of, maybe
May there...
I'm afraid the example Conrad Nat and they might have elected to take a They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow...
We'll fight them, won't we, Lubar?
The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be... Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud, by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord...
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor, I have him stationed by the...
I'll go in.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor?
That's easy. One of them swings a sword, the other forges them.
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamilvic.
Ah,
I thought you'd have returned to...
I did. I've developed, and having worked so hard, sentiment.
You're not the...
What is...
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandit, and he said that...
Then you've come. There are more, but we must...
All right.
There's one upriver.
Leave it with me.
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah,
no, but...
No.
What is it?
The Holt. They're saying that...
What?
Seems that one of our parties, some of the children, went Lubor, and without a...
But that's not what...
It is, if he's a bearer, and if he has, well, still.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor.
But we just couldn't...
There's nothing to be... All that matters... Look at him.
All lies are...
Once people, we need to do something. Convince the people not to let...
You're right.
I'm glad you... I'm a Dalmec born and you had to make They know Lord Underhill.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, I can't promise.
And that...
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside?
You all along that he was playing...
Forgive me for
As have I. The rumors...
He'll never be man.
But what if his wares? In this at least he's done...
Leniency!
I'm sorry, my lord.
So what do you propose?
Perhaps, and they will thank...
The townsfolk have made it.
Nor I.
You never know.
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
I see.
This.
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. To yourself be rather an ironic one, but I do not doubt, and so must I. And now I must embrace my new role of for only unite. I'll need.
Don't go, we'll be all in.
Trust me.
How could it the least you can...
I would not take
over. And so just like that, I thought, but it seems...
Victor.
Forget it.
You sure you're making the right choice?
Of those available. But right then, I pack.
If there's any,
I'll.
covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not the King could have ended me at any moment, but...
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his... I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just... I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps... perhaps the Prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps you will be returning.
I see no reason.
I can think of a few. You will.
Of course.
So only,
How long will it take?
dunno, about the same amount, maybe less. If you're, all depends on where we're... Yes, we have to assume.
Then we must find a place that...
The professor!
While you're plotting our course.
Then I'll talk...
Your brother's body won't...
I do.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. Here you are. All done?
I still say it were a compliment. Ah, please tell...
I'm not here for me.
Then why not off?
As soon as the Enterprise... And we're going to need it.
Preferably one that, if it were that easy, very little, we have the good... If there is...
And tell us what we will...
But no... All right, but interrupt. Barnabas Thom, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive?
Do you think you can get us?
Picked you up from it, but then...
Well, thank you.
If a few...
Probably more Mid. I'll fetch Joshua.
Aye, aye, Cap.
Please, Your Grace, stay. My Lord Marquis.
Yote.
My lord, yes. It's your brother, though he does his best.
I had fear.
There are certain elixirs, but His Grace's case. So I consulted with Tar, and thankfully, a recipe and our supply. Unless we can My lord.
For Joshua. So?
A rare herb. It grows only where the ether is. We discovered a patch near the search continues for it.
So it's only that you...
Well...
Then I shall go.
But...
You've yet to find another source, besides.
Well, Stonerwort is easily... I shall remain...